Guys, today I'm going to show you how to do a very interesting company analysis, but do it inside of Sheets without needing to go back and forth and copy paste from ChatGPT or web search and so on. So here I have a list of companies. These are actually large companies, but haven't heard of probably any of them. And I'm trying to find out things like industry, country of headquarters, and 2024 global revenue. So step number one, I go to my WidgetLabs extension and make sure that my settings are set up correctly. I'm not going to bore you with that right now, but let's assume that that's good and then that's all set up. Okay, so then we go here and we start putting in our first formula. So we're going to take um, AI underscore call. That should be enough for us here. This, as you know, takes in two inputs. Let me activate this. So it takes in a prompt and it takes in input text. So the first thing we're going to say is let's create the prompt. So we will say for the given company, tell me the, and what are we telling? We want to know the industry. Let me lock row number one here. And then we'll further go on and say answer in 2 to 3 words only. Say unknown if you don't know. Unknown if you don't know. That should be fine enough. That's our prompt. And then the next thing that we need is what company we are seeing. So let's do this, and here we will lock the column, and that's it. Let's hit enter. Let's wait and see if we get the right thing. Okay, so this is in the chemical manufacturing space. Now what we're going to do is we're going to drag this formula down so that we now get the industry for all of these companies. And there we go, we have all the industries. Now if you'll notice that we had locked the first row in this formula, so that actually allows us to take all of this and drag this formula to the right, and that should load up the countries of headquarters for these companies. There we go, this seems to have happened very nicely. So now let's continue going and try to grow for global revenue. And okay, there we go. It's unknown, and this is interesting. This is because we are just at the start of 2025, and the models, most of the LLM models have their knowledge cutoffs to be at least a year in the past. And so it's not surprising that a lot of this is coming out, or all of it actually is coming out as unknown. So now let's try to solve for this by using search. So let me create a column, call it search based. Sec. Sorry, lost you guys there for a second. So let me create a new column and call it search based 2024 global revenue. Here I'm now going to use a different formula. I'm going to use AI call with search. This uses GPT's 4.1 mini model in the back, and then a few fancy stuff that we've put in. This also needs a prompt. So the prompt for this, let's keep this one simple. Let's say give me the 2024 global revenue for the company, and we need to do a bit of concatenate magic for the company, and this is going to be our company. We don't really need to do it here, but I will lock the column anyway. And let's see, this is actually all we need for this prompt. So let's hit this, see what we get. Okay, so it's giving a it's giving a lot of stuff, and it's also giving me giving me some citation, which is great. And if that's what we want, I could just drag it down. I'll show you a cool thing that you can do, which is, let's insert a column to the left, and let's do extracted 2024 revenue. Okay, and oh, there's actually a lot more data that came out of there. So I'm gonna shorten this down. I'm gonna do AI. I'm gonna do again a simple AI call. My prompt is gonna be extract only the 2024 revenue number for the company. Answer in less than 3 words. And my input text will be this long stuff that came from our previous call. And let's see if we get this to be 12.1 billion. Okay, this is great. So what we're doing is we're doing a AI search call that gets us a bunch of data, and then we're doing a simple AI call that extracts just what we need, so that we, for example, can use it in a pivot table. Now I'm going to drag this formula down, hit Command D, and wait for this to spin. And there we go. You'll see for each of these cells, the column F populates first, because that stuff needs to come in. The good news is that Sheets already knows that, and and it will do that for you. Let me just compress the columns so you can see the answer. And yeah, here we go. We have now very quickly and efficiently taken a bunch of companies and extracted things for them, both from the LLM's internal knowledge, as well as now in this case from the external knowledge. And just one last fun thing, so let's say we go back here and where we had all these unknowns, and I make this 2020, which is before the knowledge cutoff presumably, for these companies. These numbers should actually show up. There we go, a bunch of those numbers are showing up. Awesome, that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed this, and if you want to know more about the extension, um, ping me or check it out on our website.